Hello and welcome to Oak and Hollow Games. May the 4th be with you. Our May 4th game test night here, and boy do we got a lot of stuff to tell you guys about as we go. So, first things first, you see a couple of absolutely beautiful things sitting on the table here amidst the mess of our skirmish pieces, and I'm going to let the man who has the details chat about them. Phil, can you inform our viewers what's going on here?
So I am lucky enough to know some incredibly talented people that can do things that I cannot. So Katie Schultz was kind enough to create us this beautiful Mischief doll. We are going to try and get some more of them. They come in 3 different sizes. This is the medium size. I will add links to her Instagram and her TikTok channel, so you guys can go out and order some if you would like. Grant Brown and his daughter Lucy have been extraordinarily kind enough to create us this skirmish board. He is just starting an Etsy shop with his daughter. They were going to just do some chessboards, mostly for some of the kids that go to Lucy's school. She wanted to do something that would earn her a little bit of summer cash, maybe put some money aside for college. So she started woodworking in the garage with Dad, and was working with him for an Etsy channel. Again, I will post their Etsy link and everything like that in the comments. I will take some up-close pictures as well as we start to play. Yeah, both products are incredibly good. Daryl and I are talking about starting a couple maybe giveaway games.
Yeah.
For Oak and Hollow. The Mischief one, what did you call?
The making, or was it Making Mischief? Finding Mischief?
Something like that. Kind of a Where's Waldo.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, if you guys listen to KQ, you've got their hidden sound,
right,
or their secret sound. Kind of something along the same concepts where we take a close-up picture of Mischief somewhere in the Duluth, Cloquet, Hermantown area, and the first person to guess it maybe gets some splatter tokens or something like that.
Yeah, and we can too, if that's something, maybe a discount on a game, or maybe full shebang, depending on how hard things go, but, yeah, some splatter tokens, or a trick-or-treater pack. Speaking of, we still do, anybody, it's first come, first serve, whoever posts a picture of them playing All Hallows Eve, will get 50% off. It was for our halfway to Halloween celebration a few days ago. People argue whether it's April 30th or May 1st, but May 1st already has May Day, and it splits the difference, so I always go April 30th, because it's, don't fail me now. What, Wolfsburger's Night? No, that's not it. It's Witch's Night. Anyways, but that's what we were kind of doing as a half-and Halloween thing. So if you take a picture of you playing All Hallows Eve, find a way to make it current, and yeah, we will. You get 50% off of the copy of Graveyard Smash when it comes out, hopefully this fall. And again, Phil, I gotta say, I am just entirely impressed with both of the quality of both of these products. You had brought this up, and I know she has a few different sizes, but this is really, really neat. A lot of fun. It's, we're still talking about maybe a couple design pieces here or there, but certainly something if you find interest in it, just let us know.
So she's working on a show here in the end of June or the beginning of June. So I do plan on getting a large and a keychain size version of Mischief as well. So we'll probably be able to show those off for the second playtest night in June.
Yes. And then this is probably the way to tell them is live here, but if your friend Grant Brown does want to have these on sale on his site, his Etsy site, absolutely. I think it'd be really neat. Me and Phil have talked. We have to talk to him about some other things, but it may not be the only item he'll be making for Oak and Hollow Games if I have my way. So welcome to those who are tuning in here. We do have a separate feed going. I will put up later in case the live feed gets a little bit scratchy. We're also going to probably start where we'll have the long form play where the whole thing is up for you to watch, and then despite my wants and my needs, I think I may end up editing some of this stuff down, just do some like highlight videos so you don't have to gruel through the whole thing if you're not interested. We should have more folks showing up. Rob's going to be here. A couple of your friends said they might show up.
Yep.
But Phil, I have one more thing to show you before we start a game proper on this just gorgeous board. You said walnut?
So the white is maple. I'm not certain. I'll have to talk to Grant on what the outside was, but it is just beautiful.
So, Phil, as being someone who showed up tonight, those who do show up will get a copy of these. Now, I'm never going to probably have official cards made, but being May 4th, Star Wars Day, even though this is intellectually not in any way related or a copy of, we have the Space Wizards and the Space Wizard Ghost. So these are some fun extras for Star Wars, and I will try and show them both to the camera. So how these work is instead of getting 4 trick-or-treaters, you'd get, well, one of these would count as 2. Space Wizard, defensive 4 ability. When this trick-or-treater dies, replace the token with Space Wizard Ghost token on the same square or up to 2 squares in any direction from that square. On a monster miss, you can move the monster that attacked up to 2 squares away or deal damage. So it makes sense in Star Wars, the Force Push, or a lightsaber slash. And then the Space Wizard Ghost goes up in defense. It cannot be targeted by power cards, the Jedi Mind Trick. And then if a monster misses, you may look at a doorbell token on the same tile as you. It does not count as collecting it. So these are limited edition. You can only get them on May 4th by coming and playing a game with me and my friends. So if that's something you're interested in, every once in a while you get some perks for being in here. So Phil, you get the first set of both versions of the Space
I love
Wizard.
the fact that these are also the safety less.
Safety less. And the thing is I really did try to make them safety, but when you get it that thin and lightsaber-esque, there's no safety on a lightsaber. They don't even have hand guards on those things. So May the 4th be with you.
And also with you.
And also with you. This is the way. We're going to get stricken for so many copyright policies, but whatever.
Space Wizard Ghost. I love it. I love
Yes.
it. That is wonderful.
Well, I mean, they turned blue transparent ghosts. I figured I had blue see-through stuff, so... all right, well, Phil, we'll have to leave here for a little bit. Maybe we can do a quick plug for the CHS play.
Oh, yes, we have... so tonight I will be going over to help out with some of the ticketing stuff for Cloquet High School's play. They are going to be doing the shows on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you guys feel like having a good time and a good laugh, come on out to Cloquet High School and support them.
Yep, you can find more information on the Facebook's Cloquet High School Theater page as well. And I suppose other places, the Pine Knot's doing a quick article on them. You can grab that tomorrow when it comes out as well. So now with all of our fun, like, sponsor things, man, we need a sponsor. let's...
Is that like a sugar daddy?
I think so. Oh, they feel so nice to roll on there.
I only got 4.
All right, I beat you in 1 dice. So, I'm going to start off, Phil, with a real sneaky Bandit King, the Thief.
Going with the Thief?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're going to go off with...
This chest is... I'm drooling over this board. This is so nice. I love the dark colors. It seems rich. You can still see all the things through there.
He took the individual squares and glued them together, and some of them you can see where he rotated the grain of the wood and stuff like that. It's just
cool.
Amazing.
Where are my bards? There's one. All right. And what's kind of nice is hopefully you're not going to 1-turn kill me.
Well, you're across the board, so
Yeah.
I don't think I can do that.
I think if our thieves get dumb, we can manage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, you're right. But sideways we can. And then last but not least, I'm also going to take you up on that knight.
Oh, it's definitely a good choice. I am actually not going to use the bard today, so I am going to go. As well going to go with a little bit of speed.
Wow. So we have pretty similar teams. You got a little more reach with your duelist, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to flex my numbers. You picked last. You go first.
Well, that's right. What do we got here? That's beautiful.
First round, I'll let you have it, because I might need to see.
All right, so we'll go with the 1. 2, 3.
One, two, three, 4.
Well, you're 5,
6.
6, and then 3.
Alrighty. Oof, bunch of 3s and a bunch of 2s, but I don't hate it, but I'm not gonna
Re-roll
I'm
that.
gonna re-roll that. But
solid 3s.
3 is my lucky number. 3, 3, 3 is 3 3s. So I think we're pretty good. So let's do 1, 2. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. New turn. Means I get a new bardic inspiration. Non-licensed, of course. I'm gonna make you re-roll that 6, sir.
No, you used your re-roll on your turn
On
for
my
the 2.
first turn. So now it's turn 2.
No.
So I passed. So it's the new round. So you went first. I didn't
But
use it on
yours. Yeah, your round. Round starts
Oh,
on
it goes
your
up to
turn.
me?
Your round starts on your turn. That's how we've always played it.
you. Okay, you're right.
So
No.
Yeah, we have always, and I don't know that we've ever played where you get to use it before your first turn.
What do you mean before my first? Oh,
I don't know that we've ever played, like if you're the last player, I don't know that we've ever played it where you still get your token even before you haven't gone.
I think you should be able to, though, because otherwise you're dead. Like, you have a dead character for a full round is unfair.
That's fair.
I've always assumed you could use it right away.
But I would say it recharges at the start of your turn.
So it's always my turn around.
Yeah.
So
you use like on the first turn is a perfect example where if you use it for a reroll, you're using it for that round. You're using it for the next round. You're not using it for the past round.
See, and I feel I'm missing out on a round here because I use it on our first round, me, you. Mm-hmm. Now it's this is your second turn.
Yep.
So it should reset. But I see what you're saying where it comes back to me.
So
because now I can't use it reactionarily.
Well, that's kind of the
I would
drawback
have to burn it on I'd have to not be able to use it on my first turn, or choose not to use it on my first turn.
Yep.
to use it reactionary. I
Yep.
see. No, I think your semantics, you're right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am thinking about it correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And that's game. See, and I wouldn't have played that way because I knew I was safe on a reroll. All right. Nah. All right. I'm going to have to think on that one because
That's why we have playtest nights, right?
that is why. And this late in the game is not a good time to be finding a pretty big hiccup, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, I don't know that it's a huge hiccup. I mean, it is a mechanic. And you're absolutely correct. You would have not pushed that far with another thief on the board.
Right. I'm just trying to think of how we've done it in the past because I don't think you're wrong, but it feels wrong to me that two players.
I'm probably the one that's played the bard the most.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree there.
And I've always played. I get my token back at the start of my turn.
Okay.
So that's always how I kind of felt.
That first turn is then iffy because you're right. Because I
do agree that, okay, if you're, like, right now, we've got the two of us. As soon as you put the bard on the table, you get your token.
Yeah.
So it's live and active. So as it comes around, you can absolutely, if I'm the first one playing, hey, you got a 6 fill, re-roll that 6.
Right.
Okay. And that's the reaction for the first turn.
Yeah.
So it isn't a bad idea for you to play it no matter what even if I'm rolling a 4,
right.
you re-roll that 4, and then when it comes around your turn, you automatically get it back. I think the bard plays better as a reactionary player. It's a reactionary character, though.
Yeah.
There's not really a. Even if you roll 3 1s, dude, I love rolling on this board.
Yes.
Even if you roll 3 1s, I would probably hold my
bard just
bard to stop somebody else from.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you are right. Instinctually, it feels weird because it's been your turn, my turn. So within that, I should have a coin, and now it's your turn. You started, so the new round. So 2 players makes it feel weird. Where it's 3, it feels like, okay, I've had some time now. It's back to me. And I think just in my mind, it's kind of messing with it because like we are on a new round now. You start the round. So I don't know semantics where when the first player to move goes is when the bards get their ability back.
Well, like I said, as soon as the bard hits the table, he has an active token.
Right.
So if you pick
it's just a matter of when it resets then, because does it reset on you or the bard player?
I think it resets on the bard player. It's at the beginning of the bard's player turn, he gets his token back. That way he has the ability to re-roll himself or hold it and re-roll somebody else.
And that's originally why it had it where it was not able to be, it was only on your turn. Because it stopped that sort of messiness of it. Because now I would maybe disagree where if I think it should restart with the first player.
Okay.
So if there's 3 of us, me, you, Steve, Steve, you go first. Me, it's back to you. Everybody resets because a new round is started. Because now I don't get to have a choice to stop you on your first round. So if I use mine early or late in that round, and I'm the last player to go, now I don't get to mess with anybody that entire round besides myself. Or I have to choose to then waste the full round to have it to go to that next round. So I think it needs to be first player, whoever it is when it resets.
I don't necessarily disagree with you because having all tokens reset on the first player,
what's screwing because it's a feel bad moment.
Yep.
There's a lot of people. It takes the agency away of, well, I didn't have a choice of. I mean, kind of where you sit, but I don't have a choice if I'm playing first, second, or third. It's at random, right? So, I got it. 5.
Oh no, I was.
You were just
you put back. You reset yours, so I was just resetting mine back to where they were at the beginning.
Yeah, but do you see what I'm saying? Where,
I do.
If I am last as a bard player and I used mine the turn before, now I can't react. Period until it's mine, and then it's like, well, maybe I could have saved my life if I was able to stop somebody during that round. So I think it's first player reset, which isn't something we've really ran into.
No,
because we're not playing a lot of 2-player games, for one.
True.
And
True.
2, I'm not thinking of that way because in my mind, that's why I had it on just my turn. Because then there wasn't that confusion of, when does it? Because that stack matters. It truly does. Like in that instance,
I'm not disagreeing that matters. I'm just.
Anybody out there in land, please type in because this is the sort of stuff that we are. Who's up there saying something? Jeffy! Hey, buddy. May the 4th be with you. And Colleen. Oh, awesome. Love that you're both here. You get to hear me and Phil debating some stuff. Yeah, as some game folks out there, let us know what you think because I see both sides.
I guess the only thing that I'm kind of worried about is, for me as a player, if I know that it's on my turn, then I'm resetting stuff on my turn. It's kind of like Magic. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going through those steps. Where now I'm waiting, okay, it's Tyler's turn. Now I'm resetting. I'm doing an action on somebody else's turn. And
but even where Commander though, like
no, you're not wrong. I don't know.
I see. It's harder to keep track of somebody else's turn than your own. You know, half the time you forget when it's your turn. And that's because you're getting older, Phil, and we're going to but besides that, we'll just roll for who goes first. Reset with these guys. Okay. Beat a 7.
6. Go ahead.
But you're right. It's harder to remember. But I still think that utility is there. Like I pick a bard. Like I don't want to be unable to do my stuff just because of my positioning at the table.
Well, now with you as the first player right now, we run into the same thing though. You can choose to take, and you've got 2 1s and a 4.
Yeah.
So you can choose to use your token right now to re-roll one of those.
And then I can't do anything to you.
You can't do anything to me.
Then when it comes back to me, it resets.
It resets again.
I just happen to be the first, and maybe that's how it's happened a lot where we've kind of missed this. But I still think that that's fair, because I get my first choice in my first turn. You still get that, and I can either say, yes, I'm not going to, just because I do kind of think, so let's see. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. But now I can't react because I've used mine. But then it comes back to me, and it's now it's difficult because I was first player and the bard player. But I do think first player comes back. I think it stands out more in a 2-player game. But I think you would be sitting there as a bard going, I've had 3 people move before I've been able, like, really good movements. I would have loved to have stopped something from happening. So now this is back in play. Oof. I don't want to send my king out there, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Okay. And then 1. 2. Nope. 1. Oh, beautiful. We got my best friend Plank. Cute. And see, now this allows me to have it. Yep, we are live. How you doing? You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, I don't like that 6, but you'll roll another 6 here. Watch.
Oh,
the opposite. You can take a seat if you want, Abe. Come on.
I'll have to come over and play Rhino Heroes with you.
Yes. Did you like Rhino Heroes? That was the tower stacking one. Did you win both times?
No, I didn't win any times.
Oh, did Daddy win both times?
God.
Yeah.
I'm not going to admit that.
All right. Yep. I got 2 cameras rolling. Let's see here. Anything I want to risk?
What? What?
5. 1, 2, 3. I mean, a knight for a thief is probably a pretty good trade. Am I missing something? I don't think so.
Kind of depends on what you're going to be rolling for or what you're going to be doing for your other pieces, but I don't think
Hear that? Beautiful.
it is beautiful.
Grant, you did an awesome job on this. Kudos. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Because I don't think you can get me from there. Okay. Saving it. The knight's dead, regardless. I don't know if I want to make you re-roll a 4. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot, so I'll save it. I mean, it's just a bum. Because you could approach from a different side if you wanted a better angle. Because you could almost be cheeky. So 1, 2, 3. I was gonna say find a way to land here and then use your ability to pop in, but smart. Hide behind the dead bodies. It's a legitimate strategy. I like it, but I don't love 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, Banjo Boy might have to take one for the team. Cause let's see. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, can I? So if I'm here,
4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's no way. And then 3.
You could roll here. And you got a 50-50 shot,
Yeah.
and you keep the re-roll. You just got to make me not roll a 3.
Yeah, I mean those chances aren't great though, Phil. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No guts, no glory.
Hey, you know what? There's sometimes 1, 2, 3, and I'm keeping my re-roll for safety's sake. You can be Sir Robin. You know what he did? He bravely ran away.
2.
Okay.
And then I will be Sir Robin. 1, 2,
Oh, the knight. Action comes in.
2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta roll.
It's not great.
No. 1, 2, 3. You need a 4. Wow. Well, I guess I go here to make you roll 1 higher.
Okay, that's probably your smartest bet. Oh, cheating.
Go!
All right,
All right.
6.
Well played.
Rob, welcome in. We're
Just
doing
in
live.
time. I'm vacating a seat, and you're taking over a seat.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, Phil, if you do come back,
Taking my space wizards with me.
yes, Rob, I gotta give you. Yes, you came, so you get a fun 4th. May the 4th be with you thing. Let me know if your friends are going. We're going to probably, me and Rob will probably do one more live round and cut the live feed until we maybe do something different.
Okay.
But, yeah. Yeah. All right, you come on back, enjoy, say hi to everybody for me. He'll maybe be back.
Are you going to be back tonight?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, awesome.
What do you think?
Sweet. I want to dig in.
He says I can't use it as a charcuterie board, though. And I told him he's not my dad, so...
Super cool.
So, Rob, the fans have already seen this coming, but I wanted to give you a copy. Now, I'm probably never going to get, like, the official cards made, but well, maybe if I continue, you get a set of Space Wizards and Space Wizard Ghosts. So these are for for All Hallows Eve. They are trick-or-treaters, certainly not dressed up as very heavily licensed Star Wars characters.
Very cool.
So you'll have a regular form, the Space Wizards, who come on, and they kind of count as 2 trick-or-treaters, so you're down 1 to start, and they move around, they got 4, they can force push somebody, or do a damage if they are missed, and once they die, they are replaced with a stronger Space Ghost.
Force.
Yeah, Space Force Ghost, yes.
Very cool.
So you get both versions of the models. I didn't know which one was cooler, so I made them both. And yes, so thank you for showing up. May the 4th be with you. How life's been good?
It's been all right. I've been
All right's better than bad.
back from vacation.
Love it. Love to have you. We've missed you.
I was this close to dressing up to Kylo Ren coming in, but I had to make some stops along the way, and I don't know what people would have thought.
it's enough people that I didn't think would know it was the day had said to me, so I think you would have been safe. It's more culturally relevant now. So Phil has a friend at work who made this as Grant Brown, and
That is awesome.
him and his daughter are doing an Etsy site, and will be doing these and chessboards and maybe some other open hollow game stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's like a nice premium board. It's a beaut.
Congratulations on your partnership with the game.
Hey, yes, yep. Game, play, stay.
Yep. That's
So
what I was reading.
they're online now too, and then hopefully soon, this summer, they said June-ish, I think is when they wanted the store to open. I said something earlier, I guess check that. But yeah, so it'll be
nice.
It'll be really nice.
Very cool.
You and I, though, here, we'll put it this way. If you want to start a round in,
I'm down for sure. I need a little bit of a refresher. For
absolutely. Sure. I'll give you the quick rundown here.
So I think the past few times I've tested, we've done All Hallows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
So
yep.
It's been a hot minute.
Okay. Well, we also have white or red if you'd rather be a different color.
I like this. This is
Blues.
good vibes for the day.
Sweet. Absolutely. Then I'll be green, the different lightsabers. It'll be fantastic. All right, I'm going to move this chair over. Okay, so Skirmish. You make a team of 3 fighters. I'll go quickly over what each fighter does. Each turn, your goal is to kill the opponent's leader.
Correct.
You have 2 other fighters on your team to be able to assist you in that goal. You roll your dice. That is how many spaces one can move on that turn. So I can choose 3 and move one of my pieces up to 3. They can't move diagonally unless stated otherwise. And to score a kill, you need to end adjacent to the opponent's base, or
Unless
if it
you have
has
an
like a
ability.
range thing.
Yep.
So I'll just give you the brief overview of all the characters. Thief can move diagonally.
That's right.
The knight can use the rest of his movement, so if he makes a kill, he can use, let's say you have like 5, he comes in 1, 2, makes a kill. Most other pieces or all other pieces are done moving then. But he can go 3, yep, he's more tactical that way.
Yep.
The cleric, and I'm going to grab a bard, because they're very similar. Oh, okay. The cleric, you get a token, and you can either add once around. Me and Phil were just talking beforehand. It resets with whoever the first player is.
Okay.
We were kind of going back and forth on that. but you can, once around, you can add 1 to your lowest roll or decrease 1 from an opponent's highest roll. Yep.
Okay,
And you can do that after they roll, but before they move, if that makes sense, right?
Yep.
The Bard is a complete re-roll of either your or an opponent's dice. So I roll a 6, you don't like it, you throw it at me, I have to re-roll and use the result. Same deal. The Archer can kill, diagonally 1 extra. The Jouster can do it orthogonally, 1 extra, so plus sign. The Duelist is a harder one to remember. If he gets in a position where, let's put it like this. So he comes to this spot, he's at the end of his movement. If he can move 1 more, left, right, or straight, he can, but he physically moves in to get that kill.
And not diagonal, because that's just a thief thing.
Correct, yep. The Wizard places the barriers up to 2 away at any time. Once they're out on the field, you can move any barrier that's on the field as a replacement for one of your moves. And this does count as moving a piece for the turn. So, like, if your Wizard's your last guy, you can still move a barrier, and it counts as that. So anytime those come out, they can't be shot through or moved through, but on a diagonal, somebody can still kill you because it's adjacent. It's kind of like an open square. And only the Thief can move through because it's considered open.
Right.
Everyone else would have to 1, 2, and that doesn't work. But like this, no one can get through.
Yeah, I think it was Cleric, Wizard, and Bard that I needed the
Oh,
refresher on.
okay.
Pretty much, so.
Necromancer moves bodies, and Barbarian can smash through.
That's right.
Yep. So.
I think I only played 1 game with them incorporated. So
Oh, sure. Okay. The Barbarian, if there's a barrier in front of it, doesn't take anything, but same thing. Left, right, or forward, he just smashes through and can keep moving. But it has to be in like a straight line. Okay?
Perfect.
So, you and I both roll 2 dice to determine who goes first. You by a landslide.
All right.
So you have your king, your leader in the corner, and you can pick from any of the fighters. You can double up. And we'll move some extra garbage out of the way.
Let's see.
If you need them, some poker chips.
I think this was a knight. I'm gonna go with the Night King.
Yes, good choice. I think I'm gonna go with a thief for some flexible movement.
Nice.
Now your next one is placed in any of the adjacent squares.
Mm-hmm. So we can get a good look. That was the archer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I had some success with that team. Where's my bard?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And then, yep, you can go there or any adjacent spot near them, but it's totally up to you.
Is this our thiefy boy?
That is our 1 extra. You want a thief is going to be
Let's see.
backpack.
There we are.
Yep. There you go. Ooh. I thought about doing a knight too, but I might do a... Do I want to do a duelist? You know what? It's been a grip since I've done a duelist, and I think a duelist and a bard might be kind of fun. Alright, you nerds, get out of here. No one wanted you. I picked last. I moved first. Ooh, it's a joy to do on that. Yeah, got that fresh paint. Do I... That being said, though, first turn 6s are a tough choice. I don't want to yeet myself into danger. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 2, 3, and then 2. And I'm going to save my reroll just in case.
Okay.
Actually, this will be a good question. So Phil and I were going back and forth, and let's say you were first player. Okay. So we agreed that on first turn, before anything else, I get my power. I can use it if I have a bard at any time during the first round.
Okay.
Checks out, right?
Yep.
The question comes is, when does it reset? I think it
that's
resets
what you're
going
getting at.
to the first player. And he was saying it should go to the person with the bard. My argument, again, his argument for it was it's easier to keep track of and like just kind of sense like you used it, your round is up, you get your thing back.
Yeah.
My argument against that is if it's a 4-player game and I'm the last person and I used mine on somebody, now I gotta wait. Like, there's 3 opportunities that I may just can be completely wiped out.
Right.
So, as somebody who plays a lot of Magic, you play a lot of other games, what's your thought on when it should reset? Beginning of the round or beginning of the bard player's turn?
Just the way that I've played other games, like the language that makes the most sense to me is on the bard player's turn.
You think so? Okay.
I do like what you mentioned, though, because that's a long time to wait, and if you're down resources, that's a quandary.
Because with 2 players, it came up to where Phil went first, so I think I re-rolled him, and then I went, so that's the first round, and I moved up without being able to re-roll. Then it was his turn, and he got a 6, and he could turn 2 kill me, and I'm like, no, re-roll that. And he's like, it's not your turn again, you can't make me re-roll.
I see.
But it's a new round because it's his second time going.
That makes sense.
Right?
That makes a lot more sense.
Because then it's like, now it's my prerogative, like, okay, I can defensively say you have to re-roll. And then, I don't know, it is
That makes
tough
more sense in a
because-
turn. I guess it makes more sense in a turn-based game, and that's what I was saying. A lot of the other rules, it's a whole different world where if like on your
Right.
turn you get this back, or
Because, like, and it's tough because it's kind of like at instant speed if we're talking Magic. And,
right, exactly.
Like, but like my mana and stuff doesn't reset till it's my turn. So like in Magic, that makes sense. As a Starfinder, my stuff doesn't come back until my turn. But in this, it just seems to make, to me, or is it just a weird kind of quirk? And yep, I burnt it, and my punishment is now I have to wait.
That's so the point. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Right, because in a 4-player game, I use it like let's say that round 1 situation where I use it on myself right away. It goes around, so everybody then, no reactions to these guys, which all makes sense because I shouldn't get a reaction on them since I use it in this round. But then a new round starts, and then 3 more players, I could be wiped out and never get to use my bard thing again.
Also true. Yeah.
I don't know, because I think there's good arguments for both. I don't know. I think
definitely one to stew on.
Yeah, I think, I mean, we played it where it's at first player's turn. I think that's the way to go, is what my gut's telling me, but also that's what I think, so it's unfair for me to be like, well, it's how I think, so I'm right. But I don't know, because I don't want a feel-bad situation where you don't get to use your power.
Right.
Until, like, just because of where you're allocated sitting, because no one knows who's going first until it's almost, too late. And then, so if you pick a bard and you're the 4th person, you're kind of in a weird pickle. Like, first turn, I can only use it on myself. Second turn, I can then say, all right, you.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
That is a tricky
Yeah,
one.
because then let's say the person that goes before me, if I use it on them, so I waited a turn, I use it on Phil, and then it's my turn. Do I get to use it again right away and then use it on me? Because that almost seems back to back.
Right.
I don't know.
It's
games is hard sometimes, Rob, when
It
it's
is.
just a
I
fiddly...
think sometimes you need to do trials with each version and see what mechanically
And we
works.
haven't run... The weird thing to me is we haven't run into this issue before.
Yeah, right.
We've played hundreds of games of
Kind
this.
of new to me.
And I've never... Because when the Bard and Cleric, it was only originally ever on your turn, and I think internally that wasn't a problem. I know it resets on my turn, because it's not reactionary.
Right.
To Phil's merit, and yours too, you said we want more interaction on other people's turns, and we got it, and I agree that was the right move, but now it's brought this weird stack in, and I'm not sure which way to go about it.
Right.
That being said, it's your turn, and I do have this as
I'll
far
give
as I
it a
know.
roll. Yeah, that's something to think on for sure.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Would like you to re-roll that 6.
All right.
So then that's gone
That
until
is
your
used.
turn, because you're first player.
On 6er. Okay.
5. I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
okay. All right, so now I don't get any re-rolls on mine. Because you're first player. I think that we'll play it that way. It restarts on first.
Sure.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can use his ability to go in one more.
Oh, shoot.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then he jumps in.
Forgot that was him.
Mm-hmm. That he is a trickier one to play,
Sneaky, yeah.
but he can come in clutch. But now that Thief is gone, I'm still worried a bit about your. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1.
Okay, 1 die away. Hey, I'll
Oof.
take a higher average.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna try and save myself. I'm gonna make you re-roll one of your 5s. I mean, you're gonna probably be able to kill me, but all right.
Okay.
Puts you a little bit back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can just go right in there with the archer up front.
You can if you like, or if you were to
Could.
keep yourself safe by back in here. Yeah, you're not using your
He
full
still
paint.
has that reach.
Yep.
Then I could use the 2 on that one.
Mhm.
Sure. Yeah. If he's got the reach, I'm gonna go there.
Not to help you win, but
Right.
I'll help you
1,
win.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, hey, Katie. How's it going? Welcome in. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm down to 2. I still got my Bard. But I used it on yours, so I can't use it here. And to Phil's merit, it's harder for me to remember now that off turn, but it's come in handy. Ooh. I think that's game. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Wait. I will say on this, it's a little bit harder to see some of the squares. But it's too beautiful to be mad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, man.
And a banjo to the head.
They can go so fast.
They can. Well, I mean, this game is a quick one. But that's what I love about it. We reset, we do it again. But, yeah. Oh, I do love this board.
I didn't get swept.
You didn't get swept. No, not a clean sweep. So we can. Phil said he might have a couple of people. This was either going to be a night where everybody and their brother showed up. Do you remember Drew Larson at all from high school?
Name rings a bell. I
Techie
think
guy.
I vaguely remember.
Okay. Maybe if you saw him, you would. He was my grade, so.
Okay. The name definitely rings a bell.
Yeah.
I knew Wade Larson.
Okay. He was going to come, then he had work overload, and Phil said 2 guys were coming, so I don't know. We'll probably do one more round of Skirmish live, and then I'll either restart and I'll show you something new, or we can just play whatever you'd like until maybe some more folks show up. But
Sounds good.
alrighty, I guess let's roll for first, and we'll get one more round of Skirmish in. I give you all your dice back because I'm a friend.
Thank you.
You can beat that on one dice.
No, I can't.
Oh, no! Alrighty. I'll take first, but you move first. I'm going to try something a little bit different. Let's move some corpses around.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do something weird here.
Oh, okay. I'm going to be messing with barriers. You got that? Okay. I know what I'm going to do for my last pick, but my second pick, I might...
It almost forces a choice.
It almost does, yes. There you go. Well, yeah, because you're like, I'm going to use Wizard or Necromancer, somebody slaps, you're like, all right, I'm going to use the Barbarian. Or vice versa.
Right.
I have had one game where somebody wanted their Barbarian so bad and nobody picked Necromancer or a Wizard, and then it's just a piece.
Yeah, pretty much.
But,
yeah, it's. I like that. It's just kind of like it's audacious.
It is.
It's like I dare you to take this.
Yeah, yeah. Do it.
Let's go cleric now.
Oh, okay. A little subtle control. I like it. I am going to thief, and I'm going to show you something that I've wanted to try, and it might seem kind of nuts, but I've never been one to, not be nuts. All right, your last pick and your first go.
Archer fared well last game. Let's give it another run.
All right, last pick, first to go. You have a cleric, so you can use that token. Oh, perfect.
That's right down the line.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Cleric moving in. Barbarian.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you got an archer
4.
too. I didn't realize that. Yeah. All right, big money. That is the money I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh wow!
Not how I anticipated that going, but I'll take it. 3, 1, 2, 3, and then start with the necro a little bit. He's a sitting duck, but that's. And don't forget your cleric, so you can boost your lowest up by 1, or save it to drop my highest down. You could take that back if you wanted me to instead, because if you drop my highest down, your guy wouldn't be dead.
I'm just gonna roll with it right
Okay.
now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Against my better judgment.
Yeah. And I should have thought to remind you
1
as well. All right, 1.
Then I am gonna do the debuff.
Okay.
When we get to that stage.
Oh,
Definitely
yes.
gonna do the debuff.
Yes. I did microwave these dice before playing, so full. Okay. Now so my thought, if you had this guy and 2 thieves, you can, usually with thieves they're glass cannons, right? You want to be careful with them because they can launch themselves out and die.
Right.
When I can move corpses around, it almost behooves me to throw somebody way out there. Have some
Sets you up.
Yeah, so let's see. Can I get a 5, 6? Yes, sir.
Oof.
And then
That's
1,
a dangerous
2,
team.
3, 4, 5. It is working.
Yeah.
Mind you, I've gotten stupid good rolls, so that's something. So you're down to
That
one
is true.
dice.
I'm at a very large disadvantage here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It just starts.
Just gonna come running in.
I mean,
Reckless. He's a barbarian.
Right? One and a
Oh,
five.
man.
Yeah, I think that's
Archer.
2,
Yep.
3, 4. Yeah. And
All
then
of
as
these
you're
smokes.
running,
That is a lethal combo.
that was dirty. But again, my rolls were stupid good, and you would have had one more player if we had both thought of dropping that first one.
I like the flexibility. Like, your team there would have been able to go for the late game, too. It was an aggressive team, but that Necromancer in the
And
back, it's
that
like,
pushing, and I was
it's good balance.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's kind of my thought is if I can play Necro, get some corpses out in front, and then use them to push, and that my thought was right, exactly this, where the thief can go out, he can cause some damage, wherever he drops, hopefully he takes someone with him, and then the archer can, while the necromancer sets the field, kind of pick.
So how exactly does the Necromancer work? Again? Because
Same
this is
as
newer.
this, I can, like, let's say instead of moving up, I could move any corpse
Yep.
up to 1, 2, that amount, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bodies can be shot over, they just can't be moved through.
Gotcha.
So he's useful in kind of, like, especially when there's a wizard out, or you're just trying to, like, get people's movement screwed up.
Yep.
It's really useful.
Nice battlefield control.
Yeah.
I like that.
And the fun thing is like I could almost purposely try to die on a corner, because when a corpse is on a corner, you can't move it onto an edge piece, but if it's there, it's fine. So it gives me an opportunity to maybe block somebody
Interesting.
in.
Okay.
Yep. Or, I can defensively kind of tuck in and then have somebody guarding me, and, as people come by, snipe, and then, oh, okay, I'm going
With
to...
the reversal, that would be neat. You have your leader as the archer, and then you're setting him up with a...
Right, because then at least, like, once the wizard or the necromancer are there, you can kind of do stuff. It's more, you move in, and then you just use barriers to mess them up enough to where you can hope to... Because I've had a few games where people have forgotten that, like, it's been something like this, where they're set up behind, and I get a good roll, and they're tucked in. They're like, "Oh, he has to go all the way around." I go, "Nope." And then next turn I might have that chance in, but it's still a little bit risky. But okay, for now, I'm gonna cut live stream. If we start up a different game, I'm gonna show you one. If we choose to start up a different game, we'll start again. If we somehow get a rush of people in here, I would love to do a big map, Oaken Hollow. Even if Phil comes back, we can play 3 with the new pieces.
Awesome.
Will it be your first time using Geist's new figure?
The new figure, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. So we might tune in then, but until then, thank you all for tuning in. Katie, Jeffrey, and Colleen is who I saw. I know Phil popped on for a bit because he had to. Anybody else watching this in the future, thanks so much for tuning in. Again, these should be available through Grant Brown's Etsy site. We'll get some more details when we have those details, if we are going to do that. I'm assuming we will. Also, leave us a link in the comment what you guys think about these plushies as well, if that's something you would be interested in too. And yes, so thank you for tuning in for our May the 4th be with you Oaken Hollow game test night.